Alright, Meow. Hope everyone is doing well on this fine Wednesday. We made some decent progress in Terraria Calamity Mod. We were able to get halfway decent boots, the ability to fly / slow fall, immunity to fall damage from balloons. We're going to work on building an arena for Desert Scourge that unlocks the underground lake. Then at least 2 other quote-unquote main bosses, i.e. the Devourer and the Skeleton Boyo in front of the dungeon. I think there's like 1 or 2 more, but I believe those 4 are what you need in order to, well, those 4 plus a wall of flesh. Those are the ones to get into hard mode. So we're going to get on that. I hope you've been doing well on this Wednesday. We're gonna get through it. We're going to make it. Hang in there. That being said, my weapon leaves some to be desired. I'm probably gonna have to go between using the weapon that we got earlier, Burnt Sienna, melee weapons with some additional abilities, and a musket. It was good for the boyos back in the 1700s. It'll have to be good enough for us now. All right, just had to grab that. And we will be good to go. All right, awesome. Love that for us. Let me just move this real quick. All right. The armor does leave something to be desired. We also need to change this into a better stat. There we go. So, yeah, that's not too expensive. I do like that. That's definitely going to help. Okay. I think the bow is realistically, quote-unquote, is as good as it's going to get. We're going to be using this and the musket for weaponry. Also, that's an adorable TikTok of a squirrel. I mean, diseases that rodents have and all that aside, very adorable. Okay, so let's see. There you go. We'll do oh, that is a lot more expensive than I thought it would be. So, almost double. I guess the big thing is the fact that it's a very slow weapon, so some speed doesn't help, you know? Like, it doesn't hurt to have speed since this thing slows balls. Okay. Average speed with no knockback. I think I'm gonna go with the musket. And if that ends up not being super great, then we'll swap back to the bow. Okay, let's start working on an arena in the desert, ideally underground desert, because if it leaves the desert, it will enrage, and that usually means faster and hits harder. We do not want that. I'm also going to put my money away, so God forbid we do die in a boss fight. I don't, like, lose it all. Alright, let's see. There we go. So, Aglet, Spore, Think Pink Gel, Water Walking Potion, the Bundaroo, Magic Mirror, so when I'm not being attacked, I can get back relatively quickly to save me some, whatnot, if you will. These are apparently also quite good against the, Desert Scourge. I'm trying to think what else I needed to make stuff. I think it was ice skates as well. Let's see. It's either gonna be here or it's Yumi, thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. We just started up the stream. We're making progress towards killing a few bosses in Calamity Mod Terraria. And then we're gonna kill even more bosses in an attempt to get into hard mode. I'm glad to hear you are well. Thank you once again for stopping by. I'm doing all right. I'm trying not to stress out too much about real life stuff that I have no control over. I hope you're hanging in there. I hope Fen is doing well. He's a good boyo. So what was I needing for this? I need to remember. I was looking it up on the wiki yesterday. Okay, so Spectre boots. I need to make the Anklet of Wind. Anklet of Wind. I know I can make it. I just got to figure out. Let's see. Cloud. That's what I was missing. Okay. I'm like, I know I have most of it. Yeah, no fun at all. Yes, absolutely. I can very much accept things, but the radical acceptance and the fact that it still doesn't really change your day-to-day. Like it's a cold comfort saying, you know, God has a plan when you're like being deported or your family's being put in an internment camp or other terrible things are happening, you know. So Cloud was the other one we were needing. I think I put that up top. No, wait, I do have some. Wait. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So I might be able to make it here. Let me double check. There you go. Anklet of Wind. We're not a spellcaster, so we're not going to bother with the jungle hat. Don't worry about it, HQ. No, Yumi and I were talking about radical acceptance, being able to handle the things we can't change. It's a cold comfort to someone who's like being deported or put into an internment camp that, well, actually it's fine because God has a plan. And it's like, yeah, I can totally accept that he has a plan. And those usually don't jive with what we have to deal with. So, you know, hooray. And yeah, exactly. I will do what I can. That is another phrase I try to live by. HQ, I hope you, your sister, and the cats are doing well today. What have you been up to? Okay, we got lightning boots. Lightning boots plus ice skates make frost spark boots. We're like halfway to the good boots. There's like 3 upgrade trees that need to be like completed at the same time. But flight, super fast, mobility on ice, all those things are good. Yes. Angrily yet mockingly, that's the important thing. You don't want to go full anger. I mean, maybe once as a treat, but it's usually not a good idea. And I'm glad to hear that, Yumi. What are you playing tonight? Is it... No, HQ, I can't. I am very much of the mindset that what I believe is right and everyone else is going to hell. I don't want to go down that path. Okay, because I could have sworn you were supposed to be playing Diamond last time, Yumi, but you were sick. So, remind me, who is the team in this current Diamond run? Or did you not set it up yet? Let's see. Yeah, don't worry about it, HQ. It's fine. Did you or your sister stream today? Let's see, so frost spark boots, what else do I need to do? Okay, so after frost spark, then I need lava waders. The problem with lava waders is most of the stuff to make lava waders requires obsidian. So it's gonna be a minute, but we'll get there. Oh, okay. Maybe you'll be able to stream sometime this week / weekend, HQ? And yeah, no problem, Yumi. I was just curious. All right, so let's see. I think it will be a minute until I can do any of those. I don't have an alchemy table yet, so no vitamins. have that. We do have the adhesive bandage. I don't think we have enough ancient bone dust, so we don't have to worry about armor polish. I don't have stinger. Also, I'm going to turn my fan on. It's a little toasty in here. Okay, gotcha. I mean, so if it's against Judaism to proselytize, how do you get more Jews? Is it just, oh, I have a family and I'm Jewish, I make them all to go to church, now we have more Jews? Because in Christianity, and some parts of it more than others, evangelizing is usually a really big thing. I mean, it's not that you have to get more Jews, but I guess what I'd be saying is, if you can't proselytize to spread the word of Judaism, how is your that religion not in like a nose spiral since you're not allowed to proselytize? Okay, so, oh, I do remember this now. I was like, oh yeah, you'll be able to get a Gyarados, and it's like, wait, no, Magikarp. So yeah, that's definitely not great. I'm glad you got the Torterra. At least you have someone to do a bit of a carry. Okay, what else did we need? Is there anything else? No, we don't have access to Hellstone or Obsidian yet. That'll be a minute. No frog legs yet, unless we actually get to go to the jungle. We already did water walking boots. I'll want to make another set of water walking boots eventually to make the other things. Yeah, so okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, I mean, Snorlax, Torterra, Electivire, most of them are fine. I guess if you have to like pivot and sacrifice someone, it's Magikarp. Yeah, that is a very good point. I've never even played Diamond Pearl, so I don't know where the spawns are. Otherwise, there's nothing else at this moment I really need to make for accessories. So we're going to start towards making an arena for the Desert Scourge. If you're familiar with vanilla Terraria, Desert Scourge is a segmented boss, giant worm character, kind of like the Devourer. So I think it's going to be similar to that for the most part. Alright, so what else did we need? Let's change a few things while we're here. Balloons, we can swap that out. We keep that for now. We wanted to grab boots. We want to then reforge it all for +4 armor on each one, because that will more or less double my armor, since 4 armor is almost 1 piece of armor from Platinum set at this point. Alright, so that's just gonna be a little bit of a quick reforge. Thankfully, it's not that expensive to reforge with the mod I have. A lot of things in Calamity were made very expensive. Like the nurse healing was made by a factor multiple times, because apparently they thought it was too easy to just teleport back to your nurse and get free healthcare. Okay, let's see. We want defense, and then we also want defense on the boots. Very good. So one. All right, very good. So now we're gonna start building a arena. I think I have platform, but I may need to make a bunch more if I don't. I also remember this fight being harder than I initially anticipated, so I probably am gonna want to use extra campfires and torches and food buffs, all that good stuff. Okay, swiftness. Iron skin. Archery in case I have to actually use a bow. I guess I'll just say grapefruit. They all do minor stat buffs. Okay, yep. I am aware of the Goyim via various memes. Okay, yep. That's... yeah, that makes sense. I remember the episode Family Guy where Peter becomes a Jew. That's where I picked up Hebrews and Shebrews. Let's see. Let me keep reading. Yeah, it absolutely is. Yeah, when I said Hebrews and Shebrews in 42 stream the other week, I think. And yeah, no one knows for real what happens after. Let's put it this way. They're not positive, but it typically is two Jewish people talking to each other, and one of them say to the other, the Goyim know, and it alludes to like all of Jewry having this grand plan to take everything over. Okay, so now we need a bunch of wood to build platforms. But now I already have problems with doubt, etc. So the last thing I want to do is consider the fact that other religions might not be wrong. I really wish it was like back in the day after Jesus was resurrected and Thomas be like, yo, you capping. And Jesus be like, Lamau, stick your hand in my side. And he did, and he was real. So we don't have that anymore, but it'd be really nice if we did. I don't know. I figure enough people say it must have come from some origin of truth at some point. Are any of the cats in particular giving you a hard time today, HQ? What that means is after, in the Bible, in the New Testament specifically, after it was purported that Jesus was back from the dead, quite a few people, his apostles especially, they didn't really believe it, you know? They saw that he died on the cross, they saw what he endured, he saw his body being taken away, etc. So it's like, yeah, he's fucking dead. And then Jesus made himself known to them at some point, and one of them, Thomas, he's known as Doubting Thomas, he was like, I can't believe it. There's no way it's you. And he's like, dude, look at my side where they stuck the spear. Look at my hands where they nailed me to the cross. And that was able to show Thomas that Jesus was indeed back from the dead and real. Okay. I didn't know Spock was so indecisive. If anything, I figured Kirk or McCoy would be... Yes. My guess is he retained his wounds because he knew that there would be some who doubted him, and it would be fruitful to be like, yeah, there was a spear stuck in my side. Look at these massive holes in my hands. So I suspect that's why they remained for a while. I mean, yeah, that's my thinking. My thinking is he absolutely retained his wounds on purpose for a time. But none of us know because none of us were in the Old Testament or New Testament. None of us are from the Bible is my point. So it's all been passed down from people over the years. All right, we're definitely gonna need more wood than that. Let's grab platforms while we're here. I mean, not a zombie in a traditional sense, but he was dead, and then 3 days later he respawned. Also, while we have people here, more Pallas cats. This is 2 of Eve's boys that were born in 2024. They're very round, stoic looking, giant fluff balls. Sadly, when you zoom in, it only makes the site larger and the image smaller, so that's actually kind of annoying. But they do be sitting there in the snow, not giving a frick. There's more of them. They got their tail wrapped around their peats so they can stay warm. Absolutely adorable. Yeah, kind of. Let's see. Little red ball that they like to mess around with. Doesn't seem too keen to jump out of his little shelter. Yeah, very round. 2 more of them. These might be the daughters of Lolo, because there were at least 3 litters in Russia born this year, and I believe at least 2 of them are at Novosibirsk, and then 1 is either at Moscow or Leningrad. But we love it. We need more Pallas cats. We need to keep the numbers up. Very adorable. I like the super expressive rock eyebrows. They almost look photoshopped, but they're actually not. And they also like to sit in trees despite not being arboreal. So, you know, that's always a good bit of fun. Very, very handsome and beautiful cats. Alright, back to Terraria for a few more minutes. Gonna work in that arena. Yes, they are often in very similar poses. It's important to stay warm. But sometimes they will do like a long stretch, do some scratching of their claws against some wood. Oh, absolutely, very cute. They're usually made known to the public, I think, in like June or May, a month or 2 after they're born. Then they stay with their mother in captivity, I think, for like up to 6 months. So at that point in the picture, I think they're actually close to fully grown, which is really great. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna basically go down here and make an arena. We're immune to fall damage, which is really nice. Ow. Let's see. This is actually like low-key a nightmare for me because we're more or less in an anthill with all these ant insects. It's not great. Alright, let's see. Okay. That is going to be quite rough, but I believe you can do it. Hopefully they have good movesets in Diamond and Pearl. I know when I played Radical Red and I used Torterra, I went Curse, Protect, Earthquake, Seed Bomb with leftovers, and Self-Sufficient, which was basically a mini leftovers. It was kind of gross. Obviously that 4x weakness to ice is very scary. In Rad Red, there's a custom variant of Mons called Sevian after the Sevi Isles. There's a Sevian Melodic, which is Fairy Ground. Very powerful. Some might even say fairy powerful. Alright. Yeah, it's also got a Sevian Low Kicks, which is Bug Dragon. It's got a Sevian Dodrio, which is ground fire. It's got a lot of cool custom variants. It also has a Sevi Noivern that is Rock Ghost with Sturdy. Yeah, I absolutely think you would wholly enjoy various ROM hack slash fan games. Okay, so where do we actually want to make the arena? I think we'll start up top, and then we'll go from there. Okay. I need enough room to be able to move around without dying a lot. Okay, so let's see. We'll go with sticky bombs just because it's faster. Oh yeah, I don't have wings. I have the balloons. Never mind. Okay. Lamau, you're dead. I also decided I'm gonna make scallops in the crock pot for Thanksgiving. It's gonna be lit. Yes, it's going to be in the crock pot, and the seasoning will more or less be garlic, onion, parsley, thyme, oregano, butter, white wine, and chicken broth. Then I'll throw in some celery and some onion, throw into scallops, put it in for like 3 hours, and then it's good to go. Last year for Christmas, I made lobster mac and cheese. I think for this year's Christmas, I'm gonna do something like beef katsudon, aka steak, fried and breaded with panko and a bunch of other stuff. No. I like to cook for myself, and I've had to cook over the years because of my health issues. But when it comes to cooking for others outside of people I love, no thank you. Yeah, the celery can absolutely be picked around. I've been adding celery. Like, I'll buy several celery hearts and I'll dice them up real fine just to add more bulk to it, and it gives a little bit of flavor. And then, since Mom's working on Thanksgiving, I'm doing a chicken soup in the crock pot with tomato, carrots, celery, onion, garlic. One other thing I'm forgetting, with a mix of dill, paprika, salt, pepper, all that good shit. And that'll last her for several days. I usually put it on over couscous because it's faster than noodles. Okay, so we're getting there. Yeah, I love couscous. There's a brand in the US and it's pearl couscous, so it has the consistency of a pasta, but it cooks as fast as normal couscous does. I'm not familiar with Spelt Couscous HQ. Would you elaborate? Yeah, you should absolutely try it out. Yumi, it's been a minute. I also like quinoa, but it is relatively expensive, so I don't get it as much. I also think it has some nutrient that makes it harder for my thyroid medicine to absorb, so I don't have it all the time. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Not being immune to a knockback, super annoying. But that's something we can get eventually. Okay, I did see something good drop that I just had to figure out what it was. No. No. Oh, I already have this. Never mind. We'll eat a piece of fruit just for the stat buff / inventory. Get rid of the tin. We don't really need more. Oh, okay. Is it a thing that Ashkenazi Jews have a monopoly on? Are they keeping it from the Goyim? Oh, I don't think I've ever had farfel. I have had barley though, and honestly, it took way too long to cook. Otherwise, I would definitely try it more. Really? It all started with couscous. I love that for you. All right, let's see. Let's just clear this out. We'll clear that part out. Then we'll make a several tiered platform. I've underestimated bosses before in the sense that I was like, oh, it'll be fine. It was not fine. So doing the boss arena now will be better. Okay, good. Yeah, it probably isn't. It's likely just something people in that area ate, and then someone was like, we made this. Okay, gotcha. I'm also big on oatmeal. I'll throw some protein powder in it, some nutmeg, some currants. It's nice. Obviously, allergies are an issue, oats and dairy, so I don't have it a lot. But a big bowl of oatmeal is like most of my carbs and protein in a day. Oh, yeah, chia seeds are great, absolutely. Love me some chia seeds. Yep. Absolutely, the butter adds a nice richness to it. Okay. Alright, let's go down here. I do have a rice cooker, but it takes longer to cook than couscous, and I am ever the pragmatist. Oh, really? Interesting. Would it be like a peanut butter protein powder, or would you just mix peanut butter into it? I have used like a jelly or an apple butter. I've blended it into oatmeal before, so I could absolutely see PB&J going into oatmeal. Gotcha. Yeah, Mom has a peanut butter powder that she'll use. Yeah, that actually sounds really good. They also, the same people that make that here also make like a cashew butter and an almond butter, and those go really well with various recipes. Yeah, It's been a minute since I've also made cookies. Oh, I believe it. I gotta deal with that ant. I was trying to breathe and it basically wasn't letting me. So that was fun. Okay. Oh, of course. I also realized you were referring to spoons in units of energy. I'm like, wait a second, why does she need... Oh, yeah, herp derp. Yes. Breathing is very important. Okay, so... Oh yeah, that's an issue. I don't want to get stuck on terrain when I'm in the boss fight. I think we'll add like 2 more layers, a bonfire or 2, get the food buff going, and then I'll try my hand at it. If it doesn't work out, I'll just instantly log out and despawn the boss, and then we'll adjust the arena. I also have to be careful that I don't place too many torches lest I summon a mini boss called the Torch God, and basically it gets rid of all the torches in the area and turns them into projectiles. And if you manage to live, you get a luck buff that more or less causes any torch that you're in a biome of to be of that right kind of torch. So torches in the ice biome would be blue. Yes, I have a bundle of balloons and a horseshoe, and it's my quote-unquote flying item that also lets me slow fall and have a quadruple jump. We made it yesterday. I thought about using the fledgling wings, but I like the balloons. Also, the balloons upgrade into a reference from the Balloons tower defense game called the Moab, Mother of All Balloons, and it's very powerful. So, you know, that's a good bit of fun. Okay. Don't need... Actually, no, we'll hold on to the sturdy fossil. Let's turn that into more platform. We'll put a bonfire down here. We want to stagger them as we go. Actually, I'll move this one further down. Sylvie, thank you so much. I hope dinner went well yesterday. I hope you've had a good day. I hope you, the dogs, and the husband are hanging in there. Thank you for the lurk. Much appreciated. We're setting up a boss arena for one of the bosses we need to fight in Calamity. Then that will open up, I think, the underground lake, which has yet another boss we have to fight. Okay. Okay, now we'll need to clear out this part. Looks like I did use them all. Okay. Very good. Bombs away or something. I don't know. Okay, there's a piece of... There we go. Very good. Bear. Okay, we'll drop one below him. Surprise! Ha! Buzzinga! Bear, get me out of here. Don't want to get stuck on anything if I can help it. Trying to figure out what I can throw away and be okay with throwing it away. The loot goblin in me really hates throwing away items. There we go. I placed them too close. That's a big pet peeve of mine. I really don't want to be able to get stuck on anything and die. So that's why we're trying to be very clean about the terrain, making sure no grain of sand remain on the wall. There you go. All right, let's go back to building. I'm also glad that you pointed out earlier that it's Ashkenazim for plural, because I really didn't want to say Ashkenazis, you know? That would be very not, it would not be kosher. Alright, so let's blow this up. Same here. Exactly. I remember seeing a tweet and someone didn't know that Ashkenazim were a thing, and basically they did some virtue signaling and then they got like scolded. It was very funny. I mean, yes, you absolutely could say that, but let's be real. The last 5 letters in that word means something very specific, and people are stupid. So yeah, that's why I'm glad you said it's Nazim. There you go. Yes, it is. Yeah, no, of course. But I'm glad it is. I'm glad it is pronounced otherwise. All right, let's see. I think we're almost good. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything of value before I reset the area. Mainly to clear away all the clutter. Okay. Then we'll go fight the boss. Gel. Eat that lemon. Put that there for now. Eat the lemon. Put that back. I don't need more of these. They're not even material, so that doesn't matter. Let's put the second bonfire over here. It's gonna bother me if I don't fix it. There we go. Just in case I end up falling down here, I don't want to get stuck. Knockback immunity would be nice, but we'll get that later. Alright, now we're gonna put some things away and get ready to fight the boss. We're gonna use this as a dump tab for now. We are gonna have to sort it. Yes. There is one way to be saved, and realistically, anyone who isn't a Christian has a much lower percentage of that. Technically, all you need is to have the core belief system, aka Jesus dying on the cross is the only way to have all your sins taken away from you, and there is no other way to get through to heaven except through him. Nothing about good deeds, nothing about other things. So maybe it's possible someone finds the exact wording on their own, and not all Christians are saved, because this gets talked about in like end time stuff. They did all the things and they acted in the way they thought they were supposed to. He died for everyone's sin, but the thing is, you have to choose to believe that, and you have to choose to accept that. And if you don't, that's the hang up. But no, he died for everyone's sins. Okay, so we don't need sandstone. We don't need a horseshoe right now. We don't need that. I'm gonna hold on to this for now. Don't need. No, no. He died for everyone's sins, but you have to do more with it than acknowledge that fact if one wants to be saved. It's a whole thing, and a lot of other religions are not compatible with that. They'll be like, oh yeah, Jesus is a guy, he existed, but he wasn't the Son of God or anything, and you going to heaven has nothing to do with him. But it is taught within Christianity that it is kind of a big deal. And if you don't accept him as your savior, and that's the only way to get through heaven is through him, because he died on the cross for your sins, and you die, there's gonna be a problem. I mean, I definitely struggle with it, because if I think about it critically, and I remove emotion from the point of view, to have a belief system that's basically you only get to heaven if you believe this specific belief, and then all the trappings that come with it, it's definitely not very poggers. But this is something my mom would always say a lot. The difference between going to heaven is often 12 inches because that's the space between one's head and their heart. And people may believe it, but they let little things get in the way of them, like, genuinely believing. And it gets in the way of things. Okay, so I'd say we're more or less good to go. We have our item for the boss. We have healing. We have defensive-oriented potions. We have our sword, we have bullet, we have... Okay, let's get back there. That's still pretty slow, but we may have to rely on the sword instead. Much better attack speed, as you can see. Okay, so let's see. Let's get down there. And another thing that'll trip me up is the belief and the confession and the acceptance and all that. It needs to be sincere, and only God can judge whether it's sincere. So I believe that I sincerely believe what I believe, and I believe that I am sincere in my beliefs, that I've done the things to be saved. But I have doubt, I have fear, I have worry, I have anxiety, and all those things get in the way of that. Okay. Which is why I wish Jesus could come down from heaven and be like, yo, Meownwell, stick your finger in my hand. See, I died. A la Doubting Thomas back in the New Testament. But sadly, that's not how it works anymore. All right, we are at the arena. We are gonna kill these few ants, and then we're gonna get the boss fight going. Hold on. Yeah, exactly. It's very silly. I also love that finger in is a sex-based term. Obviously, it's trying to be like finger in is someone trying to get around fingering, but that's very silly. All right. No, the only thing that it was highlighted was finger in when there's something that needs to be quote unquote held for approval. It highlights in red the offensive language. Yes, it is very funny. All right. I think we'll be okay. Let's see. We'll summon our worm staff. I mean, 4,200 is not a lot, but it's a long boy. And not only is it a long boy, but the headpiece does a lot of damage. Also, major contact damage and armor break. Okay. And not having any sort of iframes is very painful. That will be items that when you get hit like once, then you get like an immunity / defensive buff. Okay, good. So I believe that means we can now find the underground lake, which is literally what it sounds. And then from there, there's like a giant clam that we need to kill. That's awesome. I love that for you. Hell yeah, go team. Okay. All right. We are going to look for the underground lake. It's, I think, supposed to be under the underground desert, but I don't know for a fact how true that is. All right. Okay, let's grab some sticky bombs. Let's work our way down. All right. Which game are you playing, HQ? Is that Infinite Fusion? Very nice. How far are you into the game? We have more than enough sand, we can get rid of that. Okay. AoE. Is that Age of Empires? Oh, sand trap. We dodged. Very good. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you're definitely pretty far then, I would say. Seems like a reasonable time to swap to Wololo. We are gonna need lava because we absolutely need to make obsidian eventually. Okay. I've never played Age of Empires, but I know about some memes. I also like the Civ memes of Gandhi's piece doing an integer overflow and nuking everyone. Oh, okay. Gotcha. When you said Zapdos, I initially thought you either had it randomized or you went to like their version of the power plant and found them there. Okay. Let's actually see if the underground lake is below, because if it's not, I'm not going in the right direction. Underground. Yes, so it is under the desert. Okay, that's fine then. So that's good. Very nice. And yeah, it very likely is a different mon. HQ, what did you have for dinner? I know it's late, so dinner was in the past. I'm trying to see what I can get rid of. There we go. Really? Okay. Yeah, I had some sandwiches, so that was like my relatively large meal, but I'll be up until probably like 5 or 6 a.m. So I will very much want to eat something else. Miso ramen? Hell yeah, I love that for you. Ramen is hella good. Presumably that was also 42's dinner. Ooh, another house. Maybe they'll have an extractinator. All right. Do you mean soybeans, aka edamame, or is the green stuff the seafood blend that you sprinkle on it? Yes, that's what it is. It is nori. That is very possible. I think the nori is the seafood thing I was referring to. Okay. Oh, that's neat. I normally don't use scarab bombs, but it's cool that it's basically a hesh round. Okay. Please don't be trapped. It's not. Sadly, not what I needed. Feels bad, man, but that's okay. No, we don't want to throw that away yet. This will help us swim through liquid. More recall potion, hell yeah. Invisibility potions are useful. Don't need throwing knives right now. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me read this after we kill that bug. Oh, okay. I'm glad that your sister's able to make it for you and it's not as taxing on her as it would on you. That is very kind of her, and I love that for you. We have 4 of those, so it's not a big deal to get rid of. We can make more platforms. We'll take the potion. In case I fall into water shortly, we'll use that one. Okay. More bombs in a video game so we can find the underground lake. Okay. Yeah, I love that. That's great. Let's see, I think we're getting closer, but we're definitely not there yet. Wait. I think that might be it. Yeah, edamame. That would end in an E sound, so it's possible. Okay. I mean, we'll figure it out. Yeah, the power of Google. Oh, another house. Let's blow that up, shall we? Oh. Wakame? Okay. I can be down with that. I already have one of those. Platinum's more valuable. There you go. We'll portal back to get rid of a bunch of stuff. Okay, let's see. So pretty much if it's not a material, we don't need to keep it. All right. This is fishing. I know it says fishing, but we're also going to put aquatic-based things in the fishing one. Same with this. Okay. Quick stack, sort. What else? Okay, we can put the sand cloak away. We're not a rogue, so it's not a big deal that we're not building for that. Let's put some of the money away in case we end up dying. That would not be very poggers. I'm playing on more or less baby mode for babies. Not journey, but the only thing I drop when I die is some of my money. Sandstorm, we might be able to trigger another boss fight. I think we have to like kill several enemies, then the guy shows up. Yumi, thank you for stopping by, much appreciated. I'm gonna try to check out the Nuzlocke of Diamond and Pearl tonight. May you get more Pokemon sooner than later, because being stuck with a Magikarp is not very poggers. And thank you for the good luck. Okay. I forget how to trigger it, so I'm just gonna stay in here for a bit longer. Maybe killing enough enemies will do it or something. Or maybe I'm not even at the correct game state for it to spawn. I just know that it happens during a sandstorm. Okay, let's see. I think I just saw something else. As far as me, when it comes for meals and soups, I like several pounds of meat. So miso and tofu, not really a thing for me. So it was Wakame. Okay, awesome. I'm glad we were able to suss out the mystery of the sweet green stuff your sister put in your soup. Oh no, it was very important, absolutely. Okay. Yeah. That's my, my chronic cough. So, am I fine? No. Am I not fine to a life-threatening level? Not at this moment. Thank you for asking, though. Maybe it has to be sandstorm during the day. Okay. I mean, I might be, but I wouldn't know it. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it absolutely does. And here I was hoping Elon would make anime real. Instead, he's just gonna axe a bunch of government agencies that he says are fruitless and then line his pockets with the savings. Because, you know, that's how crony capitalism works. And yeah, absolutely, any of us could suddenly die. Okay. No, wrong way. There we go. Is Spock trying to still get inside? Or was he in your room and he was messing with the door? And let's blow this up. We'll do it that way. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I completely feel that, except that was basically my primary education. I've always had a cough, but only in the past decade and change has it been diagnosed as something. I was saying is Spock still messing with the door? And was it because he was outside of your room and he wanted in? Or was he inside your room and he wanted out? Alright, so let's see what we can chuck. Oh, okay, gotcha. Nice. I love that for him. Alright. So that wasn't what I wanted it to be. Feels bad? Alright. I guess we keep digging downward then. Thank you for the lurk, HQ. Much appreciated. I hope you, the cats, and 42nd have a good rest of your evening, and I'll see you all tomorrow. All right, we're gonna continue digging down. I saw those 3 blue stars and I thought maybe that was an indicator that we were near the underground sea biome, but we were not. So we gotta keep going deeper. Something, something, journey to the center of your mom. We need to go deeper. All right. Oh, it changed. I think we're almost there. The music shifted. Okay. Yep. It sure did. I normally don't play with music on, but Terraria A has good music, and different biomes having different soundtracks helps to know where you are if you don't know when you are. Okay. And we summoned a boss. I think that's the one we need to kill, but I'm not sure where he is yet. Okay. We're gonna use the ocean crest because we very much need that for, what's it called? For an area that's mostly ocean, or mostly water. Okay. That's gonna bother me. Okay. We also made glow sticks and adhesive glow sticks, since torches aren't gonna work in this biome. Well, I think there's some technically, but we don't have them yet. Okay. Oh, is there a minecart? There is a minecart through this. Okay. Let's start chucking glow sticks like it's a rave. It's also really good that there's a bunch of water near this, because then we'll easily be able to make obsidian, which is going to be huge for progression. Okay. Beautiful. I need to make room. There you go, obsidian. Like, I think we still need hellstone eventually, but having obsidian will give us at least one accessory that will make it easier to navigate the lava pools in the lowest level of the biome, also known as Detroit. Okay, I also need to make some room. We can get rid of that. Let's turn those into more glow sticks. I don't think navy stone is what I need, but there is a bunch of stuff I do end up needing. It's definitely a bit of a bop. I think navy stone is the material that you would use to make furniture and stuff. It's like this biome's version of sand, etc. do need that. That's huge. That's gonna be good for... What's it called? Words are hard. Diving gear. Okay. I think eutrophic sand is the same type of thing in the sense that it's just a building material, not entirely a useful one. Think this is silver? Sorry, spooky ghost. Oh, nice. We found an air pocket. I was worried there wouldn't be any. Okay. So we're gonna take a moment to port back and dump a bunch of stuff so we can actually grab more things from that area. Okay. I'll end up using this as a dump tab and I'll clean it out between streams. We are also going to get rid of that Unreal bow. Not to say the bow's bad, mind you, more the fact that the melee weapon I have currently is better. I do wish they were all red balloons, though. Red balloons are objectively the best balloons. Don't need... Alright, down we go. Once I have enough dynamite, I'll make a elevator. Then I won't have to do this winding path to get back to where we were. Also gonna switch to the mirror just so I don't waste all my recall potions. I only have so many. Whee! VOD friends, lurkers, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying the stream. We're gonna look at a few more Pallas cat pictures shortly. Once I get back to where we were, that is, would be a good way to put it. Lamau, you're dead. Owie, lava hurts. Lamau, you're dead. Okay, that can work too. We're not far off. Oh, a heart very huge, because that will give us more health. Until a certain point, then you have to find other means to increase your max HP. Such as life fruit and then various equivalents that Calamity adds. Ah, there we go. As soon as the music changes, I know I'm pretty close back to where we were. Which is ultimately fine. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, okay, very good. Let's find where that boss is, because we do have to fight him. Let's also get an eel. I don't even remember where he spawns. Oh yeah, it's actually an enemy I have to fight. I'm like, oh, it's just a little guy, and it was not just a little guy. Ah, there he is. But he is a giant clam, so he probably doesn't take a lot of damage from other things. I'm just gonna have to do the old keep swinging Meryl thing. Oh, he teleports. That's actually kind of neat. I mean, he is a magic clam, so I guess it makes sense, right? Stand still to regain some air. Ah. Oh yeah, that's right. That's how you get Amadras or whatever his name is. Useful. I don't think I need Navy Stone. I'll check to see if it is what I think it is, because if so, then I absolutely don't need it. Okay. Navy Stone. All right, so I do need some Navy Stone to make Storm Surge. It's a ranged weapon that goes through walls, so I can technically use it to see through things. Okay. So we do want some, technically. We just don't need a lot. Okay. Mm-hmm. I know I can fight the bee, but I'm trying to think, what else did Calamity add as far as bosses that I can fight now? That's platinum. I definitely can use some of that. Very nice. Okay. Don't need eutrophic, I need navy stone. I also need prism shards. Let's get rid of the lead for now. Eutrophic sand's gone. Prism shards, there we go. That shattering sound is very, very satisfying. It's like I'm breaking glass. Oh yeah, gotta stay still so I regenerate air. Okay. I'm actually surprised there's multiple minecart tracks down here. Someone was busy. Oh, there's the giant clam. Ow. It's fine, don't worry about it. Interesting. I don't hate it. I do need to figure out where Amethyst went though, because I need to talk to him about something. Ah, there he is. He's also a vendor, which is really handy. The Ocean Biolab, that's yet another thing that Calamity added. Let's go to Amethyst and see what he wants. Ah, there he is. We're actually gonna blow up through, I think. Yes. Lamau. Ah, there he is. No. Oh, I see him now, okay. Alright, so what do I know we can sell realistically? Okay, shell shooter isn't bad, but I'm not buying into that just yet. Rogue weapons. So far, nothing really, but I'm likely gonna need something from him at another point. Okay. Let's check the boss order to see what else there is. Okay. So we fought Scourge. We didn't fight Hivemind or Perforator yet. We also didn't fight Slime God. How are we fighting Krabby? Okay, let's see. Let's see if he has anything worth killing for. Okay, Crabulon. You have to summon him with an item. The item is Glowing Mushroom at an altar. So I can absolutely make that. Let's see what does he drop, if anything? Okay. Alright, so yeah, we can definitely fight that. I'm not super worried about it. Okay, let's port back. Continue to use this as a dump tab. Let's actually plant some trees while we're here, since I've been eating a lot of those for my platform business. Alright, that's good. I mean, we're here. But yeah, okay. Get rid of that. Guess we'll just put that there for now. Alright. We'll do some quick stacks just to make room really quickly. Okay. So down to the old mushroom biome, and we'll start getting mushrooms to summon Crabulon. Crab people. Alright, how far do I gotta go to get down there? Oh, I already passed it. Okay. So... the delay time for the detonation, I get it's meant to be like safety, but it takes so long for them to blow up. But rocket launchers are a long way off. I think I'm just gonna do a parallel tunnel to a certain point, then have it connect. Yeah, we'll do it that way. We'll just stagger a bunch, and then we'll make it work for us instead. Ow. Owie. Still a little too close to the bomb. Nice. We naturally made it back to where we needed to be. And all it took was the power of TNT. Or, in this case, bombs, because TNT is technically different. Video game bombs, though, no less. Don't ban me, Twitch. Oh, yeah, we gotta go through all the spiders now. I totally forgot that that was a thing. Oh, boy. Oh, that is terrifying. So many cobwebs. I really wish I had something like a flamethrower right now just for all these spiders. That's the only way to feel safe around spiders. Especially in video games. Destroy them all with fire. Alright, we need to do some more bombing in a video game. There we go. Very good. Now I need an F ton of these. Ooh, heart. Very huge. I also really like the underground mushroom biome. It looks very neat. Big aesthetics, you know. Don't need that. We'll grab that for the sake of selling it. More jester arrows, hell yeah. Grab the chest. Okay, how are we doing? Let's look at some Pallas cats again. They are absolutely fluffy and adorable. Big fan. Love what they got. Let's watch 1 or 2 Pallas cat videos then. Oh, this is the one of Shu. They retitled it. Okay. So then, yeah, this is Shu at the Leningrad Zoo. His mother is Namika. His father is Sven. He turned a year old this year. He's a very young but floofy and beautiful boy. Those little stumps, big fan. And that hop was very great. With Christmas time music as well. Very fitting. If I woke up with Shu in my stocking, I'd be very pleased. So majestically floofy. It's hard work being so handsome, I bet. They also nailed the golden hour. Very, very nice. Some might even say Kino. No, YouTube, I don't want more of your recommendations. It's a short one, but Pallas cats learning to put their paws on their tail. It is absolutely a behavior passed down that they all have to master. Oh, look at him go. What a little guy. It's like, how does this even work? Mom, help. But yeah, super cute. Big fan. Love them. All right. Oh, another one? Hell yeah, we take that. We'll probably be able to get capped out if there's like a life crystal dispenser in the area. There we go. Jellyfish are also good because while jellyfish are scary, they drop several items I need. Okay. Piranhas do the same thing. Okay, I only needed 50. Okay, if we can find corruption, I'll be able to go to the demon. Okay, it's over there. That's fine then. We're gonna fight Crabulon as well, and then we'll probably try to fight the Devourer, aka the one worm boss, if we actually have the damage / survivability to fight it. Personally, I think we do. We were able to take out the Desert Scourge without much of an issue. Mobility is huge. in boss fights just pretty much all the time. Being able to traverse faster, dodging damage, it's pretty great. Okay, a little bit further still. We'll turn these into more sticky bombs. Tomorrow, we're very much gonna make it into hard mode with Elevator, Wall of Flesh, other bosses. Making the elevator and the arena to fight Wall of Flesh are probably going to be the two things that take the longest out of all the stuff we have to do tomorrow. Okay. We also need more rotten flesh because leather, which can be used to, you know, make all sorts of stuff. Mainly other shoes that I still need to make. There you go. Okay, Demon Altar. That's Decapodal Sprout. That's what summons the Crabmans. This is probably the area we're going to use to fight the Devourer. He enrages outside of the mushroom biome, so I'm not really super keen on trying to fight him outside of it. We need to dump some more stuff. We'll put another chest there. Let's make some more silk. Wait, where is... Okay, let's make sure we're making it right. I don't want to make the wrong thing and then not be able to get back to where it needs to be. Okay. So that was water walking boots, which we can make. Okay, let's see. Okay, we can't make obsidian rose yet. We can make water walking boots if we get more of this. Water walking boots plus skull is obsidian walking water boots. Obsidian water walking boots plus lava charm and rose. Okay, so we do need obsidian water walking boots at some point. Like, no matter what, we need to make that. So... I don't think I have enough potion to make the thing I want. Okay, do a little quick stack. Do a little quick stack. Quick stack. Quick stack. We're not going to use any of that dirt. We will use silt eventually. Quick stack. Alright, let's fight Crabulon. I don't think it'll be that bad. Watch as I say that and I get the clamps from Mr. Krabs. He'd be like, oh yeah, and I'd be like, ah, shit. Alright. Wee. Wrong way. Whoops. Oh yeah, back through the spiders. Because, you know, that's what kids want in their cereal. Spiders. May as well grab all this cobweb while we're here. I mean, I think if they didn't have venom, I would be less worried about spooters. It also doesn't help that when I was a kid I had to go to a hospital for a spider bite, so that left a mark on me, if you will. Not even to say a scar, more so a mental impression rather than anything else. Okay. Don't need Crabulon. Let's go, Mr. Krabs. Okay, 3,700 HP. That's a little bit more, but we can do it. And then they said stay on top, because if he falls on you, he's gonna do a lot of damage. I also like that he squeaks. That makes me chuckle a bit. Sounds like a car with bad brakes. I actually don't think I fought Crabulon in my last playthrough. I was like, oh, I don't have to, so I won't bother. Ow. Not having high frames really hurts. Crabulon. Okay, what did he give us? Fungal clump, puff shroom, lethal myco root, that's a rogue weapon. Crabulon, that's basically a curio that talks about him. Not really worth anything, sadly. Let's check the loot table of what else Crabulon could have given us, because I'm actually mildly curious now. Okay, so he can drop a gun called Fungicide, useful for something later. He can drop the Clawmerang, which is a rogue weapon. Or he could drop Mycelial Claws, which functions similar to the fetid Bognocks, which are apparently very good due to how fast they attack. So we are absolutely gonna wanna farm him for the mycelial claws. Okay. We can absolutely make that work then. And he's not that bad, so that really wasn't a hard fight. It was just more of a, okay, don't let him fall on you, and you'll be fine. Ow. Realistically, I have a good bit of defense thanks to my accessories, so it's not that bad. Okay, we did not get it, but we got one of the spellcasting ones, I think. Yeah, the High Fey Rod. Let's get rid of the tin. We'll hold on to the lead. We'll make the bombs very sticky. We do need mushroom seed. Sticky glow sticks. Honestly, I think we're gonna make a platform down here so we can farm this boss a bit easier. Since I am slow in water until I get to a certain item that lets me V faster. All right. I'm gonna see how much the musket actually does damage-wise. It has way too low of a use time. AKA, it takes way too long between shots, so we're not even gonna bother. We're just gonna stay with the weapon we have, and we're gonna make it work. That being said, I know you can upgrade the musket, so we do still want to hold on to it. Okay, he did drop Clomerang, which is good. We did get the fungicide. That was the gun we wanted, but we still need the claws. So we're gonna put that away for now. I wanna make sure I didn't miss anything. Alright. We're gonna sell a few of them because we can always farm this boss. Okay, so we're gonna do that. No. Yeah, we're not gonna use the Clomerang. We are not a rogue. And it's slow. That doesn't really excite me, you know? Myco Root is also a rogue weapon. It's also not a material, so I don't have to feel bad about not keeping it, you know? Giant Pearl's not a material, so we'll keep one of them. We'll hold on to one of them. We hold on to fungicide. Let's make some ore real quick as well, so it's easier to stack. I am gonna make the obsidian skull since I do need it for like all of them. All right. Loom. More silk. Alright, back to fighting Crabulon one or two more times. We're gonna try to get the claws, and then that'll be a situational melee weapon rather than one I'm using at all times. Then we're gonna find someone to raid. Hopefully they're also playing Calamity. If not, vanilla Terraria is fine too. VOD friends, lurkers, I hope you enjoyed the stream. We're gonna be playing Terraria to the end of next week. Then we're gonna do mono fighting in Rad Red. Oh, I completely overshot. For some reason I thought I was going to the corruption. I'm very silly. All right. On the upside, being able to farm bosses means my money issue is kind of resolved, because reforging, getting upgrades and stuff is not cheap. Are we going the right way? We are not. Oopsie doopsies. Sometimes even a poopsie whoopsies. There we go. Ah! He almost fell on me. So, Mr. Krabs, I gotta ask, do you feel that? Do you feel that, Mr. Krabs? I'd say he probably does. Not what we needed. Alright. We're just gonna vendor the ones that we already have that are low grade. If they're high grade, we will end up selling them for money. Oh, sorry, Shelly. That's what the snails are called. They're called Shellies. Or giant Shellies, even. It's also like Undertale / Toho-esque music. That's a nice touch. Got the claws. Okay, good. So now we can go back. There we go. Awesome. So we did get them. That pleases me, because now we can forge a few things. Alright. Legendary claws. They're definitely not going to be as good as the knives, but those knives have a really low drop chance from Crimson Mimics. So it's not a huge deal that I'm not going to be able to get them, you know? We'll just do it that way, I think. We do need to make some room anyways. Yeah, we'll absolutely hold on to those. Let's put a few things away real quick. Quick stacks. Okay. All right, very good. Quick stack. We can nix the claw meringue. We can absolutely nix the Stormjaw staff since we're not using it realistically. We keep fungicide because that's something I do want to use. It also has average speed, so that very likely means that it'll be significantly better than my Unreal Musket, which with the best modifier is slow. All right. We have more than one of these, so we're gonna nix the other one. Okay, hold on to the claws. Wait, it said I had 2 of those. Okay, we can definitely get rid of the other one as well then. Yep, all right, very good. Nice. All right, so how fast does it shoot in comparison? That's kind of a big deal. Let's see. Interesting. What does it look like above ground if it's not hitting anything? Huh, all right. I do like how it sounds. And that is actually pretty fast, so we will take that. All right. Let's put some of the money away. I don't want to lose it all when I inevitably die. All right. You know what? I'm gonna test that out on the boss. I'm curious. I want to see if this is good enough to actually kill the Devourer. It doesn't entirely hit all parts, but it is a very fast-hitting weapon, so maybe it'll just shred the parts that hit me. I don't know. I figure it's worth a shot. I may have to use a different weapon. One that can pierce and hit multiple parts, that way I'm getting more damage on it. Since bosses like the Devourer are a bunch of tiny units that make up the boss. Think like a centipede. And if I'm not able to do it, I'll port out and I'll continue making an arena for the Devourer fight tomorrow. The corruption is so far away. I might actually have to make a point to create some corruption slightly closer, just so I don't have to go this far each time. Okay, so much like before, there's gonna be these things that look like bowling balls in the rock. You destroy 3 of them, and then the boss shows up. I don't... Actually, you know what? I am going to try the Hive Tumor as well. That's another difficult boss. Oh boy. Spoopy. Where'd he go? Ow. Oh wow, it has a larger hitbox than I thought. That's actually really good. Get at me, bro. Come on, fight me, you coward. All right, so that's good. I think this weapon will be more than enough for the Devourer. I'm gonna make him come closer to me with the bomb. Come on. Do it. There you go. Very good. All right, so now we want to find... Well, that's the entry that we don't care about. We will hold on to the corruption seeds. We want to find more of the bowling balls. Oops. You're dead. There's one. I need a total of 3. So let's do that. And I have to use bombs because I believe, to my knowledge, a platinum pickaxe cannot break through ebon stone yet. Alright. Don't care. Oh, interesting. Also, it's called Eater of Worlds, not Devourer. I don't know why I called it Devourer. So yeah, I'm just gonna swing as it comes by, and eventually it'll all die. But I don't want to take damage from the head, Giggity, because the head does the most damage. Plus armor break. If I had something like the AoE Fire Potion, I would be really good at killing this, because as soon as something enters that area, it takes damage. So yeah, this was more than fine. Hell yeah, we love that for us. I'm glad I decided to farm this weapon. It made it significantly easier than I thought it would be. Come on. 69 HP. Nice. There we go. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Eater of World's Mask, don't really care. Worm Scarf is huge. That's a more or less a lore item, not a big deal. Lesser Healing Potion, not a big deal. Corruption, not a big deal. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything before we log. Okay, Shadow Scale, that's going to be good to make better armor. That's huge. All right. Hell yeah. So that's very pog. Let's make some room. Beep. Yeah, I figured it would be reset, but apparently the world counts how many of those cannonballs you've blown up, and that being the third one is what spawned the boss. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it does not. Once I have a better pickaxe, I will be able to blow it up with that, though. Just not yet. That's Demonite ore in the corner, but we just got a bunch from the boss, so we're honestly in a good place with the ore. I'm also really surprised at how adeptly this weapon handled the hive mind. Hive mind is very tanky, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a nightmare, but we handled it relatively well, so that's very pog. Let's continue making a platform. Ah! On. Okay, more sticky glow torches, or glow sticks. Better way to put it. Ah! Ah! No! There you go. Platform gets ruined by one simple thing. Torch in the way. Or mob that hits me and throws me off path, meaning I have to redo it all. Okay. Once I'm immune to knockback, that will be a thing of the past. But we're not immune to knockback for a minute. I think it's the Cobalt Shield that gives knockback immunity. Okay. So, not just yet. Okay. You know what, I'm just gonna put some bombs down in a video game, and that way I don't have to worry about this. There you go. I just want to build where I want to, damn it. Something, manifest destiny. I think that altar's gonna be in the way, though. That's definitely a little awkward. I guess we'll build the other way then. Oh, let's grab that potion. There you go. Lamau, you're dead. I don't need Topaz anymore. Thank you, though. I definitely could have used it earlier in the game when I was trying to make my Magi Luminescence. Alright. Careful. I mean, we kind of have to. I can't destroy the platforms yet, so... we'll just do that and call it. Alright, good. Let's make sure we can see across the way. We more or less can. Awesome. Good progress today. We killed 1, 2, like 5 bosses today. So we still need to kill the other 2. The Skeletron Bro, or just Skeleton, because Skeletron's the metal version. And then we need to kill Wall Flesh, and we'll be in hard mode. That's absolutely stuff we're doing tomorrow. VOD friends, lurkers, everyone who stopped by, thank you. I hope you have a good rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you all tomorrow. We're going to find someone to raid right meow, and then I'm gonna clean out the drop stash between stream. We are gonna get through this. Hang in there. And I hope that's actually true and not just me trying to be wishful thinking. All right, let's see. Who are we going to raid? You know what that'll probably do? Provided they're actually streaming it. Yes, yes they are. Hell yeah, good for them. All right. Whoops. Caps locks. Oops. We'll be back tomorrow. It's every Monday to Thursday, 6 p.m. through at least 8 p.m. Eastern. Pallas Cats Terraria. And it'll be Radical Red starting the end of next week.